and welcome back to the C Morning Show. And we have arrived in our second talk show of the day. Our topic for today is the Indonesian government's special program for those interested in engaging in agriculture. The Petani Millennial Initiative.
That is absolutely right, Shana. So this program is to support Indonesia's dream of becoming self-sufficient when it comes to food. And thus, President Prabowo Subianto encourages young Indonesians to enter the business of agriculture by becoming young farmers. And one of the organizations that has caught our attention is Petani Muda Keren, or the cool young farmers. So let's get to know them a little bit and see what their takes are on Indonesia's dream and hope of food self-sufficiency. That is why joining us today via Zoom to share his take is Agung Weda from Petani Muda Keren, and he's also the founder of this organization. Good morning, Agung.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We're so fascinated by your organization. So tell us, how did this organization come about 10 years ago, Agung?
Yeah, we start in 2014 with our friend. We try to create a solution about the problem in our farming agriculture sector, from downstream until upstream to downstream. Sorry, in the upstream we have problem like a fertilizer, like a pest, like land, and the downstream we have a problem to the market. Then how we in Petani Muda Keren try to resolve the problem together, create like integrated solution farming from upstream until downstream. How we create a good food in the upstream and how we create market on the downstream, something like that.
So according to the data from the statistic body in Indonesia and some other data, there are sort of like varied data on how many young farmers actually we have right now. But all of this data is basically saying there is a decline in the last 10 years of the number of young farmers in Indonesia. How many young farmers do we have right now, actually?
Actually, maybe totally farmers in Indonesia in data from BPS almost 30 million, and 5% of 30 million is young farmers. Totally maybe only 2 million only young farmers. That's our big challenge in Indonesia, and we know the biggest challenge of the world agriculture, including the Indonesia, is the regeneration of the young farmers. Why don't our young people go to agriculture? Because their mind in agriculture is not promising. There are a miscommunication about the agriculture in our country. We try to make our young people aware of the true stigma of agriculture, because so far the stigma of farmer is very negative. Poor, dirty, not prosperous, and many other bad things in agriculture. So why that can happen? Because 70% of farmers in Indonesia are not farmers. They are a labor, buruh tani. Jadi 70%, 70% our farmers in Indonesia are not farmers. They are a labor, buruh tani.
I see.
Yeah, but farmers is who work in the field. A labor is who work in the field and pay daily or monthly with uncertain working hours or day. But if they really become farmers, they live will be more prosperous. What is farmers? A person who plants, who maintains, who sells, and has a market. But they will be better if they become agripreneurs or farm entrepreneurs. So what we do in Petani Muda Keren is to empower our young people to become agripreneurs. Not labor, not farmers, but agripreneurs.
Okay, is that why?
We see
Is that why?
Is the great solution. Yes, please.
Is that why your program called the Petani Muda Keren? Do you want to make the Petani Muda as in, cooler, trendy? You've been in this field for since 2014, if I'm not mistaken. So what have you learned so far, and how does it, how do you do it? How to make the farmers cool again, trendy again?
Yeah. Farmer actually is cool. It's a keren, keren. We try to make a farmer keren. What is keren? Keren is cool. In Indonesia, if keren without N, it become kere, become poor. If keren without N, it become kere or poor.
Right.
So what is make keren? Cool is the networking. How we can unite one farmers with other farmers, we make create a unity. We must do together to create integrated solution agriculture from upstream until downstream. That's what we do because if the farmers in Indonesia is separately, jadi terpisah, parsial, farmers by farmers. That's what in Petani Muda Keren we do. We try to make a group of farmers. We like a community, we create a cooperative. Because we believe if we in unity, if we make one army, farming army from Petani Muda Keren, we have our bargaining power to sell the product, to create a good product and many things. That's why we call it Korean Farm Community.
So, I mean, this is very exciting, and also what's making organizations like yours and other organizations similar to yours, Agung, is that now it seems that there is an alignment with the government program, because Prabowo Subianto, the current Indonesian president, recently made an announcement or even rolled out this program called Petani Millennial, because he dreams of Indonesia being self-sufficient when it comes to food. So what's your take on this program? And he wants to reach this goal within the next 5 years. How realistic do you think this program is, and what kind of actions do we need to do collectively, the agripreneur, the farmers, and the government, to be able to reach this goal in the next 5 years?
Yes, Ms. Marisa. Maybe in these 3 years, our government from Jokowi and from Pak Prabowo create a program in the Ministry of Agriculture called Petani Millennial. And we in Petani Muda Keren is a part of Petani Millennial. Become the ambassador of the Petani Millennial. And we believe our young farmers need a lot of role models to become success farmers. That's how Petani Millennial is important. Because we know the big challenge in Indonesia is not only Indonesia but in the world is regeneration of the farmer. And from the Petani Millennial program, we believe we can let the young people to come into the agricultural activity. As in our community in Petani Muda Keren, we have a lot of training center called P4S, Pusat Pelatihan Pertanian Pedesaan Swadaya, Rural Training Center. In our rural training center, in our P4S, we train a lot of thousands of young farmers from around Indonesia to come to Bali to learn about how to do like organic farming, how to do like manure, organic fertilizer, how to doing smart farming, how to doing digitalization, how we use social media to get buyers, and many things. That's why and how I think Petani Millennial program for the government is very important and must be sustainable for the next.
And also, Lee, with the promise of a minimum income of 10 million rupiah per month, do you think this will attract more youth to pursue careers in agriculture?
Yes, of course. That's become a shocking offer from the government, to the young people. Let's come to become farmers, and I give you 10 million. I think a good like offering from the government to the young people, and that offering maybe make in the beginning make our young people, wow, agriculture is interesting, because the problem in Indonesia is a lot of young people they not only not know, but they never know the opportunity in the agriculture in Indonesia.
True.
They never know how like Europe, like a Middle East, like a China, like a US, they need our tropical fruit. They need our chocolate. They need our coffee. They need our clothes. Many things. That's our young people never know the opportunity. When they letting in the agricultural activity, they will know a lot of opportunity in agriculture. And I, as like a practical in agriculture, see it's a very big demand. It's very big opportunity in agriculture.
Yes.
In next 5 years, in next 10 years, agriculture always become the main activity that people need, because we need we make food for the people.
Yeah, you can imagine how profitable it would be because of these needs, right? And speaking of the commodities that you mentioned earlier, Agung, you mentioned chocolate, you mentioned coffee, and we grow them on this land, on the Indonesian soil. Now, we are now also facing climate change, right? Maybe some of the people, some of the young farmers are thinking, oh, what sort of challenges am I going to face when I become a young farmer? And climate change is one of the issues. So what kind of agricultural products do we need to focus on, and what kind of tips that we need to know, like the how-tos that we need to know in doing agriculture business, especially facing climate change?
Ya, petani is in Indonesia extend ya, penjaga tanah air negara Republik Indonesia.
That's beautiful.
Indonesian start air and land guard. Yeah. We are very proud to become a farmer because when we become a farmer, we create solution for the climate change. We plant tree, we make our soil more fertile. It's solution for the climate. We make water exist. I think that's a solution for the climate. And for the young people, don't worry about the climate because our climate will be worse and worse if we not become the farmer. When we become the farmer, we save our motherland, we save our water, we save our nation, we save our world. That's number one. And number two, for the commodities, every commodities in the agriculture is good. It's amazing. Paddy is good, corn is good, vegetables is good, tropical fruit is good, coffee is good, everything is good because world need it, people need it. So what we do now is we must focus in what crop we want to develop. Some farmers focus in paddy, some farmers focus in corn, some farmers focus in horticulture, some farmers focus in tropical. Everything is good. And now the next challenge is the market. How we can get the market. This is why we create the community. The young people, young farmers, petani muda keren. In petani muda keren, we can share what we have, where is the market. We can share with other young people because we believe if we connecting, if we connect in other farmers, many problems will solve.
Yeah, amen to that. Now, if you speak about networking, connecting, we also know that we have so many technological advancements that are, happening right now. How does this working for you so far, and how does modern technology and also all the innovations help you to become a more trendy agricultural for young people out there?
Yes, technology is a way to make all of our activity become easier and effective, like a telephone, like many things. In agriculture, we create a smart farming system.
Okay.
What is smart farming? Smart farming in our fundamental in Petani Muda Keren means three. Number one is smart culture. How we can protect our good culture in every province in Indonesia. In Bali we have Subak. In Sumatera Utara we have our local genius. How we can protect with what? With the natural farming activity, with organic farming activity. That's smart culture. Number two is smart farmers. How the farmers became smart. What is smart farmers? Smart farmers is farmers who have a lot of income, multi-income. The farmers must have a daily income, weekly income, monthly income, and yearly income. The problem is now why the young people won't become a farmer because the income is uncertainty. Maybe 4 months, maybe per year. And in our fundamental in Petani Muda Keren, how the farmer can get multi income, daily income from chili, monthly income from pork choy maybe, smart income from avocado or
now
from
I'm interested.
Daily income from durian, many income, a lot of them, papaya and many things.
Nice.
And number three, Marisa, is smart technology. How we can create, we can use technology to make our farming activity become simple and efficient. For example, if we not use technology for make the land, we need maybe 1 or 2 weeks to make the land. But if we use tractor, we only need maybe 2 or 4 hours. Watering, if we use like a drip irrigation system or sprinkler system, we need only 1 or 2 hours to watering. If we do it manually, we can need 6 until 8 hours. And many things can be efficient and efficient and effective if you use technology.
Yeah.
So three, smart culture, smart farmers and smart technology.
How,
That's smart farmers.
how nice is that? Now
Yeah.
well, you're interested
I'm
in
so
becoming a young
interested.
farmer, right?
I'm so interested.
So, well, since my friend here is interested, and I'm sure there are young people
Yeah.
out there who are like, ooh, I can be
Wow.
an agripreneur.
Agripreneur.
So what kind of mentality do you think we need to run a farm or farming business in the current climate? Because resilience is
Yeah,
what we need,
it's very
right, when we
important.
run a business.
Yeah.
So what kind of mentality is it, Agung, that we need?
Yes, mentality we need to be farmers. We always we have the five C in English, 5K in Indonesia, 5C in English. Number one is commitment. We must commitment become a farmer. We must focus product. If you're doing a paddy farmer, be a great paddy farmer. If you're doing a strawberry farmer, you must a great strawberry farmer from upstream until downstream, and other in farming. Number two is community. You must create the community, because we must connecting to the other farmers. Chili farmers we connect with other chili farmers. So if you have a problem in the chili, you can get solution from other chili farmers. That's community. Number three is collaboration. We must do collaboration as young farmers with the government, with the bank, with the minister, with the many things. We must do collaboration. With the G2 days, we doing collaboration. And key. So number four is contribution. Because we believe giving is the best communication.
Yeah.
As a farmer, we make a lot of giving. Giving the food, giving the land, giving the soil, fertile, giving the water. So we protect the nature, giving, contribution. We must plant tree every year, contribution. Number five is cool. We must be cool farmers. What is cool farmers? Farmers who use technology to doing their farming activity. They're doing social media, Facebook, they're doing Instagram, to personal branding. They're doing YouTube to create a YouTube channel. They use Instagram to get a buyer and many things. So doing key number five is cool. Commitment, community, collaboration, contribution, and cool. Thank you, Marisa.
That's awesome.
you.
Thank you so much, Agung, for sharing.
Thank you. The first C is the hardest, commitment.
Uh-oh, Shanas. If you're already a little bit like,
Yeah.
about commitment, how are
Yeah.
you going to go through the other C's? The other four C's?
Yeah, right? Right? The first C is the hardest. But anyway, good luck on your ventures. And yeah, we're very much
Thank you very much.
interested in being an agripreneur.
Yeah. Thank you, Agung.
And Miss Marisa,
Yeah.
Miss Marisa, I and my wife is follow your Instagram. I follow your advance on
I
social
don't have
media.
Instagram
Thank you
though,
for
Agung. Oh, you mean like the YouTube
No,
baby?
sorry. Yeah, like YouTube, yeah, in YouTube, yeah.
Thank you.
I follow your podcast.
Thank you
Cool.
so
Thank you very
much.
much for the motivation.
Sama-sama. Terima kasih, Agung.
Thank you.
Success to your ventures.
thank you.
Hopefully you will encourage more young farmers to join this community. Thank you. Bye. That is so cute. So are you going to join their workshop now,
I
Shanas?
guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know in what ways we're gonna help. But you know, I think we have it in our blood to become a farmer,
I
right?
think you have a business brain.
Oh, okay.
That-
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
So yeah, if you are interested or you know someone who's interested in becoming an agripreneur, you can check them out. That is Petani Muda Keren. Just Google it up and you will see all the information. I checked it out already. Actually, they have workshop, this and that. They're sharing a lot of information. So that is top. Anyways, we are going to take a little break. When we come back, we still have more stories for you. Stay with us.